because divinity is divinity, regardless of what name you call it, regardless of what source you think it's coming from, regardless of human constructs that we put on that. It's all the same energy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Temple Spirituality for a New Age. I'm Monica Bay, also known as the Divine Mother, and I am here to bring you truth. Okay, so we have a lot going on in the world right now, so I want to remind everyone to go back to Divinity session number 7, where I gave the prophecy that I received from uh, the cosmos and a bunch of different beings, but that I received in September of 2023, foretelling what age we are moving into and what's about to happen, and some of that is happening right now. Not all of it. There's much, much more to come. So I want you to be reminded to go back to Divinity session number 7 to watch that, and always remember that there's hope. That we are all going to be good. Okay, everyone's going to be good. So go back and watch that. Also, in the Facebook group, in the Mystic Temple Facebook group, I had given even more explanation and given more of the prophecy in a live that I did there, which that replay is still available in that Facebook group. So go to the Facebook group and get more context to the prophecy that's in Divinity session number 7. Okay, so with that all being said, we're going to jump right in today to Divinity session number 38. I can't believe we're at 38 already. We are moving and moving and moving. Okay, and we are already in 2020 now as far as the dates of the passages. And so today's passage is very direct, clear, but also still, as always, very deep. So we're going to dive into that right now, the next passage in the book of Rashida, and it is as follows. If you ask anyone of any faith, they will tell you that they know their God is real. If you ask a Muslim, he will say, I know Allah is real because I have felt his presence. A Christian will say, I know that Jesus is real because I have felt his presence. A Hindu will tell you, I know that Shiva is real because I have felt his presence. This is because they are all real. These are all merely aspects of the vast source energy that knows no name. Now, this passage is probably the most direct passage in the entire book, in the entire book of Rashida. So it's very, very clear what they're saying here, that we are all doing the same thing, and especially those who are in religions that believe that only their God is real, only their God is real. Everyone believes only their God is real. Why? Because they're limited in thinking, one, but two, because they all are feeling the presence. They're all valid in that feeling of that divine energy, because divinity is divinity, regardless of what name you call it, regardless of what source you think it's coming from, regardless of human constructs that we put on that. It's all the same energy. And I also always say, whoever channels the truth channels the truth. And this is why in the last divinity session I explained that the information that is being given in the book of Rashida is not new information. This information has been given time and time again. But what happens? Humans get a hold of it, they bastardize it, they twist it, they turn it into something else, and hence that's where we get religions. Okay, so this passage is really talking about the fact that we are all connecting to the same energy. There is no separatism here. There is no separatism where you believe that this person over here is praying to that God, this person over here is praying to that God. We're all doing different things. We all have different gods. We actually do not. We actually do not. Whether you call it God, whether you call it source energy, whether you call it Allah, whether you call it Shiva, like they said in the passage, whatever, Ra, Isis, whatever deity that you claim, that you have been brought up to claim, or that you like to work with, or what have you. It's all from the same source. These are all different emanations of the same source energy, as are we. We are all different emanations of the same source energy. And this is why one of the biggest truths in the book of Rashida and in Mystic Temple is the fact, a very simple truth, that we are all divine. We are all divine beings. We are part of that source energy that flows through us. We are part of that same source energy that is emanated and manifested into a deity of choice, whatever we choose, right? Whatever we choose to call it, whatever we choose to give attributes to it. And this is a simple yet important and very, very profound and deep fact because most people don't recognize this. We succumb to the separatism. We succumb to the idea of and the illusion of separation that we have even within our societies that we live in. And so this is something that we need to recognize in order to break free from those chains of that misinformation. So what happens because of all this misinformation? We fight each other. We hate each other. We say this one's dumb, that one's stupid, this one's smart, that one. We point fingers and we judge one another without realizing the truth because we are blinded by the falsities that we have been taught over time. Again, lies over time become truth. So what has happened, and also the first passage of the book of Rashida talks about this. It says that all of these people have come before me to give truth, and it has been bastardized. And it talks about the different names for the same thing. It actually mentions a lot in the first one too, and it mentions God and it mentions universal energy and all the different things that we call this source energy, this massive source energy that we are a part of. It is not separate from us. It is not outside of us. We don't need to pray to it as if it's not us. Okay? This is not what this is. But what happens is when this truth comes, and we all have felt it. Everyone has felt through time, through history, thousands of years, even the most primitive man has felt this connection to the divine. And this is how humans have started to create different fantasies and stories around it and religions and things like that. One, to control the masses, but two, because of a needing to understand that, right? And because when we come into this world, we forget who we are. And this is why we're here awakening right now, so that we can remember who we are. Because the remembrance of that allows us to even access that energy even more and then apply it to our individual lives, but not only our individual lives, but this entire planet. And not only this entire planet, but this entire existence in the universe. But now I want to be very clear here. This passage is not saying that all religions are literally the same and that all religions are correct. That's not what this is saying. What this is saying is that at the core of every religion is that connection to the divine. When you take the core without all the stories and the fluff that people put on top of it, when you just take the core of that, which is really the belief in this being, right? Maybe some of them don't recognize that it is within us. But what we're saying is that everyone who is, whether you call it something else, everyone is connecting to the same source energy. Now, when it comes to individual religions, like I said before, they take the truth and then they package it and they put structure around it and they and they add fluff on top of it and then they give it to you and it's like, hey, look, now you're not in power, this is in power, look at that, without recognizing that that's all within you. And hey, here's a person here that you have to go through in order to get to this divine, or you can't get to the divine until you have repented or whatever. And that all of that again is human fluff. These are all human constructs. Because the reality is, we don't have to go through anyone to get to the divine. And this is written in one of the doctrines in Mystic Temple. If you haven't checked out our doctrines, go to mystictemple.org. But it's written in one of the doctrines. It specifically says that you don't have to go through anyone to get to the divine. That includes me, that includes anyone else. You don't have to go through anyone. Okay? There is no gatekeeper for that. That's a truth that needs to be understood. There is no gatekeeper. And there isn't, oh, only some people are able to do this and others are not. Only some people who are maybe born with gifts, only some people who are lucky, only some people who are good people. No. We are all connected automatically and already. It's just a remembrance of that connection and then accessing that connection, which is not difficult, which is what I teach at Mystic University. And I also teach in the Pathways to Divine Consciousness and Fulfillment, which is a marrying between Mystic Temple and Mystic University. So again, check that out if you haven't already. If you're not already in the program with us, we've been going far. You're missing out. We're moving up already. Some people are already raising in their consciousness. But anyway, back to the point. Back to the point. When religions have come about, and this is the problem that we have in the world today, we have to do away with religion and just focus on spirituality. We have to, I will say it again, we have to do away with religion and focus on spirituality, because that is where the truth lies. Only there is where the truth lies. All the other things that man put together, that's not where the truth lies. The book of Rashida, that's where the truth lies. Because, first of all, the book of Rashida is not a religion. I've said that many times. Not a religion. Mystic Temple, not a religion. We are giving truth. I am giving truth. And I say we because me and the Cosmic Collective Consciousness, along with my light guardians and everyone else, we are spreading truth. Okay? We are spreading spiritual truth without the fluff. The book of Rashida is raw. It came through raw. I am not changing anything. I am not organizing anything around it. I'm not doing any of that. Okay? I am simply giving this truth to you, and do with it what you will. But the book tells you what to do with it. It tells you what to do with it. But the book of Rashida also teaches you that it is your spirituality that matters. It is your connection, and you are your guiding force. You are the guiding force because you are divine. You are divinity. You are God. God flows through you. Whatever word you want to use for it, that is you. And why do so many religions exist? Because there's different takes on the truth that they receive. And again, those are human interpretations and human constructs of the truth that they receive without really fully understanding that truth. And why does this passage say? It ends with the source energy that knows no name. Okay? It knows no name because names are a human construct. This is something I explain all the time, definitely to my students. Names are human constructs. It is an energy, okay? It is an energy that knows no name. We can't even contain this energy within our human understanding. And this is, again, why people create all these fantasies and stories and stuff like that in an attempt to understand them, okay? And then some do it with more malice intent. But a lot of times it has been done simply with an intent to try to understand this energy. But it knows no name. So we can give it whatever names we want to give it. That doesn't even contain it. And so a Christian version of God may be one aspect of that, one misunderstood aspect of that energy source. And in Islam, that the Allah may be another aspect, again misunderstood, but another aspect of that source energy. And in many other religions, there's different aspects, but this energy is so vast and so powerful that it cannot be contained in one name. And even the cosmic collective consciousness is an aspect of this source energy. We are aspects of this source energy, emanations, different manifestations of this one body of energy. And let me also be clear, I am not ragging on religions. I am just simply speaking the truth. And if you don't like it, too bad. But I speak the truth, and this is the truth that is coming through me to speak, and I will speak it. So, anyway, just to illustrate the vastness of this energy, if you had a very, very large river, say the Nile River, and you tried to put it into a teacup, there's no teacup that's going to hold that Nile River. And so this is the concept of religions trying to hold the vastness of what source energy really is, what this divine, what divinity really is. You cannot put it in this construct. The teacup is religion with its barriers and its structures and its rules and its lies and made up things and all of that. Okay, that's that teacup. You cannot contain the Nile River in a teacup. Therefore, you cannot contain divinity in these finite structures. And this understanding really allows us to experience the divine on another level with freedom, with true connection. And I'm not saying that all religions don't have a real connection. They do have a real connection. That's why this passage was saying that everyone feels it. Everyone who really, really connects in a serious way, they feel the presence because they are connecting to that divine. We're all connecting to that divine. But without the constructs, see, the constructs limit that connection, though. They limit your ability to really truly experience the divine because you continuously see yourself as separate from it. Understanding that you are the divine, understanding that you are a part of that really helps you experience the divine more. And experiencing the divine allows you to fully be self expressed. And it also allows you to be fully in not only the spiritual experience that we're here to experience, but the human experience as well. And here at Mystic Temple, I remind you all the time of who you are. And even our street teams, literally the pamphlets that we pass out says the truth about who you are. This is the message of Mystic Temple. This is the message of the Book of Rashida. This is the message from the Cosmic Collective Consciousness, reminding you all of who you are, a divine being. And as you really start to allow that divinity to flow through you, because you must allow it. This is the conundrum of this physical plane that we're in and of this human experience. We have all of this power and we have to allow ourselves. First of all, we have to wake up to the power, and then we have to allow it to flow through us. And then we have to learn how to apply it. And it's not easy, but it is simple. It is simple. You have to wake up to your power, remember your power, access your power, and then start wielding your power. And this is what I'm here to do for you. I'm here to help you with, rather. I'm here to help you and ignite that light inside of all of you, because this is the time right now that we're in to do it. This is an important juncture that we're in the world, where we are literally ready and in the process of ushering in a new world. The old world is being destroyed. We are ready to take the reins when this new world starts to emerge, as we start to usher in this new world. Are you going to be ready? Are you going to be ready to take your seat at the table? Are you going to be ready to take your seat in the universe? Are you going to step up and do your part? Because you have divinity inside of you. All of us do. You have power. You have abilities. Are you accessing those abilities? What are you doing with them? And are you connecting to the divine on a regular basis? Are you allowing that divinity in you? And remember, the divine is not outside of us. When I say connecting to the divine, I do this, but it's really because it's outside and inside. But at the end of the day, from a metaphysical standpoint, there is nothing really fully outside of us. Okay, we are everything. Everything is a flow. So knowing that you are divine, how I want you to think about this question: how are you going to treat yourself differently? I want you to take this knowledge and apply it to yourself. How are you going to treat yourself differently? How are you going to treat others differently, knowing that they are also divine? Think about that and journal it. See, recognizing the divinity in others allows you to be compassionate and understanding. We tend to look at others as fully outside of ourselves, and this person is doing this, and I can't stand them, and blah, 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 whatever we want to say, whatever experience that we may be having with this other avatar, which is another emanation of us. We talked about that in a previous divinity session. When you start to look at people as divine, then you can start to really truly see who they are. You can start to see the emanations that are happening, the manifestations that are happening, and the correlations that are happening, the soul contracts that are happening. Whether they are good experiences or bad experiences, they're all divine. And that's actually what the term namaste means. It is, I see the divine in you. And that happens to also be relatively what Zorkumti means. So Zorkumti, I say in very, uh, uh, I guess, simple terms, that it essentially means peace be unto you, but there's levels of depth to the meaning of Zorkumti. And for those of you who don't know, maybe just jumping in, Zorkumti is it's a saying in the divine language. Divine language is a language that downloaded to me in 2012 from the Cosmic Collective Consciousness. It is an actual language. It has structure. It is repeatable. It has, there are words, and it's not just something that I don't understand. I can speak in the language just like I'm speaking in English. But Zorkumti really, I'm going to break it down more for you. Zorkumti really means for you, when I say Zorkumti, I am saying for you to be in perfect alignment, for you to be in peace, in balance, for you to be in your perfect divine self. That's really fully what it means. That would be way too much to say at the end of every session. So I sum it up as peace be unto you. But it is saying, yes, peace be unto you, but also recognizing your divinity. It is also recognizing how, and a phrase that actually begins to bring your energy to the center, bring your energy to the center to balance, really centering that channel. So it's a whole lot of depth to that meaning. Just like everything the Cosmic Collective Consciousness gives us, there is always tons and tons of depth. So I want to be clear that Mystic Temple is here to bring you back to your own divinity. Again, not dictating how you need to live your life in a very specific way and how you need to believe in that divinity and all these strict rules and restriction. That is not what Mystic Temple is about. Mystic Temple is here, and the Book of Rashida is here, and I am here, and the Cosmic Collective Consciousness is here. All of us are here to bring you the truth, to bring back the truth, to awaken you to yourself. Again, this mission, this revolution, this spiritual movement is not about me. It is about you. So, what are you going to do? How are you going to take this knowledge and take the torch and move forward? Because that's what we're all supposed to be doing right now. Everyone has a part to play, including you. Everyone has a part to play. So I need you to play your part. So, with all of that being said, what I want you to walk away with today is a remembrance of that divinity inside of you, but also a remembrance to connect, to really make the intention to connect. Because I'm always telling you guys we're divine, but are you really connecting to that divinity within you? Every day you should be connecting to that divinity. The more you connect, the stronger that connection is able to manifest in this physical plane. Because the connection is always there, but it needs to be activated. Simply connecting to it on a regular basis activates it. And then you begin walking divine. You begin stepping divine steps. You begin speaking divine words. You begin thinking divine thoughts. You begin taking divine actions. This is what it's like to really, really embody the divine. And I want you to start doing that now. Again, we are ushering in a new age. Now is the time. It's not time to wait till later. It is time to act now, to start really elevating yourself. The more you elevate, the more we all elevate. So let's elevate together. And now I will speak love, life, and empowerment and awakening into all of you at home using the divine language. Okay? Balsa vestuma, balsa vestuma, balsa vestuma uva, balsa vestuma uva, evumasti breve. Evumasti brea bicosa, ebrumasti brea bicosa, ebrumasti brea bicosa, ebrumasti brea bicosa, balsa vectusos, ushe, eshna popo eshnasha, evumasti okasabi feleoki, breel, eshna popo eshnasha. And now I will end with a prayer in the divine language, which essentially means peace be unto you. Although now you know it means more. Zora Kunti. And I'll see you next time.
We are all one, you and me. Various manifestations of me. Universe and everything we touch. Powers in our hands. We can do so much. I'm a part of you, it's true. You're a part of me, connected threads we can't deny. In the true world we liquefy. We are one with all we know. Feel the light, let's let it grow. Power shed in every breath. Together strong, a new world will create. Every thought an act of grace. Every thought an act of grace. Every smile a warm embrace. Creating life with every move. In the groove we find our truth. We are one with all we know. Feel the light, let's let it grow. Power shed in every breath. Together strong, a new world will create. Join our hands together now. Feel the pulse through time somehow. Manifest the dreams with power. We understand who are now. I'm a part of you, you're a part of me. Connected threads we can't deny. In the true world we liquefy. We are one with all we know. Feel the light, let's let it grow. Power shed in every breath. Together strong, a new world will create. Join our hands together now. Feel the pulse through time somehow. Manifest the dreams with power. We understand who are now. We are one with all we know. Feel the light, let's let it grow. Power shed in every breath. Together strong.